Take a moment and look at your hands. Those hands can write, build, create art, use technology, and even explore the mysteries of the universe. But millions of years ago, the ancestors of those same hands were gripping tree branches in the forests of Africa, struggling simply to survive another day. What if I told you that every person alive today is the result of an unbroken chain of survival, stretching back billions of years? Every ancestor survived droughts, predators, diseases, ice ages, natural disasters, and countless challenges, so that one day, you could exist. How did a species that once hid from predators become the most powerful species on Earth? How did we go from primitive stone tools to spacecraft capable of reaching other worlds? This is the extraordinary story of human evolution, a journey spanning millions of years and countless generations. Before humans existed, before mammals ruled the Earth, before even the dinosaurs walked the planet, life had already been evolving for billions of years. Scientists estimate that Earth formed approximately 4.5 billion years ago. During its earliest years, the planet was a hostile world of volcanoes, toxic gases, and constant asteroid impacts. Yet somehow, around 3.5 to 4 billion years ago, the first simple forms of life appeared. These tiny microorganisms were incredibly simple, but they possessed one remarkable ability: they could reproduce. Over countless generations, small genetic changes accumulated. Some changes improved survival, others disappeared. This process, known as evolution through natural selection, would eventually shape every living thing on Earth. For billions of years, life remained relatively simple. Then came a series of evolutionary breakthroughs. Cells became more complex. Organisms became multicellular. Life expanded into the oceans, onto land. Plants colonized land. Insects followed. Amphibians emerged. Reptiles appeared. And eventually, dinosaurs dominated Earth for more than 160 million years. If you had visited Earth during the age of dinosaurs, humans would not exist. Mammals were small, often living in the shadows of giant reptiles. Few would have predicted that these tiny creatures would one day inherit the planet. Approximately 66 million years ago, everything changed. A massive asteroid struck Earth near what is now Mexico. The impact unleashed unimaginable destruction. Wildfires spread across continents. Dust and debris blocked sunlight. Global ecosystems collapsed. Most dinosaur species disappeared. But while the extinction event ended one era, it opened the door for another. The age of mammals had begun. As millions of years passed, mammals diversified into countless forms. Some became whales, others became horses, elephants, bats, and primates that spent much of their lives in trees. Living in trees required excellent vision, flexible limbs, and the ability to judge distances accurately. Over time, primates evolved forward-facing eyes that improved depth perception. Their hands developed opposable thumbs, allowing them to grasp branches and objects with greater precision. These adaptations would later become crucial for human evolution. Around 55 million years ago, early primates were thriving in forests across various parts of the world. As generations passed, some primates evolved into monkeys. Others evolved into apes. Apes generally possessed larger brains, more flexible shoulders, and greater intelligence than many other animals. Among these apes were the ancestors that would eventually lead to humans. Around 7 million years ago, Africa was changing. Climate shifts transformed large areas of dense forest into open woodlands and grasslands. This environmental change created new challenges. Apes, adapted for life in trees, suddenly found themselves spending more time on the ground. Food sources became more scattered. Traveling longer distances became necessary. These pressures encouraged new adaptations. Some ancient apes began walking upright for part of their daily activities. This was one of the most important developments in human history. Walking on two legs, known as bipedalism, offered several advantages. It reduced exposure to the intense African sun. It improved the ability to spot predators over tall grass. It allowed individuals to carry food, tools, and infants more easily. Although early upright walkers were still far from modern humans, they represented the beginning of a new evolutionary path. Scientists have discovered fossils of several early hominin species dating back millions of years. These species displayed a mixture of ape-like and human-like characteristics. They were not fully human, but they were no longer simian. They occupied an evolutionary middle ground. One of the most famous early human ancestors lived approximately 3.2 million years ago. Her nickname is Lucy. Lucy belonged to a species called Australopithecus afarensis. Standing just over 1 meter tall, Lucy looked very different from modern humans. Her brain was roughly 1/3 the size of ours. She likely spent time both walking on the ground and climbing trees. Yet her skeleton revealed something revolutionary. She walked upright. Lucy's discovery provided strong evidence that bipedalism evolved long before large human brains. For decades, scientists had assumed intelligence came first. Lucy helped reveal that walking on two legs was one of humanity's earliest defining traits. Australopithecines survived for millions of years. They adapted to changing climates and environments. They gathered fruits, roots, seeds, and other foods while avoiding dangerous predators, such as large cats, crocodiles. Life was difficult. Every day involved a struggle for survival. Around 2.8 million years ago, evolution took another significant step. The first members of the genus Homo appeared. This group included species with larger brains and increasingly sophisticated behaviors. One of the earliest known members was Homo habilis. The name means handyman. Homo habilis is associated with some of the earliest stone tools ever discovered. These tools were simple by modern standards. Many were little more than rocks deliberately chipped to create sharp edges. Yet they represented a technological revolution. Sharp stones allowed early humans to cut meat from animal carcasses more effectively. They could break open bones to reach nutrient-rich marrow. They could process plants and other foods more efficiently. Better nutrition supported larger brains. Larger brains improved problem-solving abilities. This created a powerful cycle that accelerated human evolution. For the first time, survival depended not only on physical strength, but also on intelligence and innovation. Around 1.9 million years ago, Homo erectus emerged. This species marked one of the greatest advances in human evolution. Homo erectus possessed a body shape remarkably similar to modern humans. Their legs were longer, their arms were shorter. They could walk and run efficiently across long distances. Many scientists believe Homo erectus became endurance runners, capable of tracking prey for hours. Their brains were significantly larger than those of earlier ancestors. Perhaps even more important, Homo erectus became the first human species to leave Africa. Over thousands of generations, they expanded into Asia, the Middle East, and parts of Europe. This migration demonstrated extraordinary adaptability. Different environments presented different challenges. Some regions were hot and dry. Others were cold and forested. Yet, Homo erectus successfully adapted to many of them. Their success lasted for more than 1 million years, making them one of the most successful human species ever to exist. At some point during this period, humanity mastered one of nature's most powerful forces, fire. The exact date remains uncertain, but evidence suggests humans were controlling fire hundreds of thousands of years ago. The importance of fire cannot be overstated. Fire provided warmth during cold nights. It scared away predators. It extended productive hours beyond sunset. Most importantly, it transformed food. Cooking breaks down tough fibers and kills harmful microorganisms. Cooked food is easier to chew and digest. This allowed humans to obtain more energy from the same amount of food. Some scientists believe this additional energy contributed to the growth of the human brain. Around campfires, something else happened. People communicated. Stories were told. Culture began strengthening. The fire became more than a tool. It became a gathering place. As human evolution continued, Earth entered a series of dramatic ice ages. Massive glaciers expanded across large portions of the northern hemisphere. Sea levels rose and fell. Habitats shifted. Animals migrated. Food supplies changed constantly. Survival required flexibility. Groups unable to adapt often disappeared. Those capable of innovation survived. Over time, cooperation became increasingly important. Humans who worked together could hunt more effectively. They could defend one another. They could share knowledge and resources. Teamwork became one of humanity's greatest advantages.
By around 400,000 years ago, multiple human species inhabited different parts of the world. One of the most famous was the Neanderthal. Neanderthals were powerful and intelligent humans adapted to cold Ice Age environments. They possessed large brains, sometimes even larger than those of modern humans. For many years, they were unfairly portrayed as primitive cavemen. Modern evidence paints a very different picture. Neanderthals crafted sophisticated tools. They hunted dangerous animals. They cared for injured and elderly community members. Evidence suggests they buried their dead and may have created symbolic art. They survived for hundreds of thousands of years in some of the harshest conditions imaginable. They were not evolutionary failures. They were a successful branch of humanity. Then, approximately 300,000 years ago, our species appeared in Africa. Homo sapiens, modern humans. At first, they may not have seemed extraordinary. They hunted animals, gathered plants, made tools, built shelters. But over time, something remarkable emerged. Humans developed unprecedented levels of creativity and symbolic thought. They could imagine things that did not physically exist. Gods, nations, stories, plans for the future. This ability transformed everything. Language became increasingly complex. Knowledge could be passed efficiently between generations. Ideas could spread across entire communities. Innovation accelerated. Human culture became one of the most powerful forces in evolution. Around 70,000 years ago, Homo sapiens began one of the greatest migrations in history. Small groups left Africa and spread across the globe. Generation after generation moved into unfamiliar territories. They crossed deserts, traversed mountain ranges, followed coastlines, adapted to jungles, grasslands, forests, and frozen tundras. Eventually, humans reached Australia, Europe, Northern Asia, and finally, the Americas. No other large animal had ever colonized the planet so completely. Wherever humans went, they adapted. During these migrations, Homo sapiens encountered other human species, Neanderthals, Denisovans, and possibly others still unknown to science. These groups sometimes interbred. Today, genetic evidence reveals that many modern populations carry DNA inherited from these ancient relatives. Human evolution was not a straight line. It was a complex family tree with many branches. Some branches survived, others disappeared, but all contributed to the story of humanity. Around 12,000 years ago, another revolution changed everything: agriculture. For hundreds of thousands of years, humans lived as hunter-gatherers. Now they began planting crops and domesticating animals. Food production became more reliable. Permanent settlements emerged. Villages grew into towns. Towns grew into cities. Civilizations appeared. Writing was invented. Governments formed. Trade expanded. Knowledge accumulated faster than ever before. The pace of human progress accelerated dramatically. Thousands of years later came the scientific revolution, then the industrial revolution. Machines amplified human power. Steam engines transformed transportation. Electricity illuminated cities. Computers revolutionized communication. Airplanes shrank the world. Spacecraft carried humans beyond Earth. In just a few centuries, humanity advanced more rapidly than at any previous point in history. Today, over 8 billion people inhabit the planet. We have mapped our own DNA, explored the ocean depths, walked on the moon, sent robotic explorers to distant planets, built technologies that would seem like magic to our ancestors. Yet despite these achievements, we remain part of the same evolutionary story. Inside every human being is a record of millions of years of survival. The shape of your hands, the structure of your brain, your ability to communicate, imagine, and cooperate. All are products of an ancient journey stretching back through countless generations. Human evolution is not simply the story of where we came from. It is the story of resilience, curiosity, adaptation, and survival against impossible odds. From tiny primates hiding in ancient forests to a species capable of reaching for the stars, humanity's journey is one of the most extraordinary stories ever told. And the most fascinating part is that the story is still being written. Because evolution never truly stops. The next chapter of human history begins with us.